In meditative traditions, they teach that there are two general reactions we can have to a thought. We could be adversive to it, which means we don't like it, or you can seek more of that thought. In the case of aversion, there's a secret to overcoming these thoughts. Let's talk about negative Nick and what negative Nick did to overcome his negative thoughts. Negative Nick wants to make his life a success. He wants the material things. He wants to make a difference in people's lives, and he wants to work hard to earn what he gets and earn the right to help people. Unfortunately, Nick grew up being told that everything he did was wrong, not good enough, that he needs to try harder. He internalized these negative thoughts, and they recurringly come up in his mind. They become a cyclic pattern of mental modifications, which he can't seem to get rid of. Nick searched everywhere he could for a solution to his problem. Eventually, he came on meditation as a way to overcome constant negative self chatter. At first, things seemed to have gone all right, but as he practiced more and more, these thoughts kept coming back over and over again, even while he was sitting. Pretty soon, it was worse when he was doing meditation than when he was living his normal life. These thoughts just came up over and over again, and he didn't know how to address them. He went and asked his meditation teacher what to do, and they just said, sit with your thoughts, sit with the breath. Whatever method he was using at the time, they had their own solution, but it was always to come back to the meditation practice. Finally, one day, Nick tried something completely different. Nick tried to address the thoughts, but not by over psychoanalyzing, as many meditators get in the habit of. They actually just sit there and ruminate on the thoughts, try to address the core issues, try to think through it like a psychologist would. And that ends up just causing the thoughts to be reinforced even stronger. Nick tried this and it didn't work. Then he tried addressing his reaction to the thoughts. In meditative traditions, they teach that there are two general reactions we can have to a thought. We could be adversive to it, which means we don't like it, which is the case with these negative thoughts, or you can seek more of that thought. In the case of aversion, there's a secret to overcoming these thoughts. Subscribe. Should they continually persist? Now, if the thoughts don't persist, you want to actually just ignore them as much as you can and focus on the object of your meditation. Over time, these thoughts will lose power. That's what Nick's meditation teachers were trying to tell him. But in cases where these thoughts are so strong that you can't ignore them, or you feel compulsively drawn to keep thinking of them, the solution to releasing their grip on your psyche is to approach them with a sense of gratitude. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but imagine that somebody comes up to you, say you're a kid in a schoolyard, and they pick on you. Hey, you look weird. You got weird looking hair. You can say, no, I don't, and push that thought away. I don't have weird looking hair. And then you're immediately the target of the bully forever. As long as they're interested in you, they're going to pick on you for the hair because you've shown a weakness in that spot. But what if you said, wow, thanks for letting me know. I didn't want my hair to be weird looking. Or you even greeted it with laughter. Like, that's funny. Imagine if Shaquille O'Neal had somebody and come up to him and say, man, you're shorty. You're a little shorty, aren't you? You shorty. Nobody's going to take that serious because that person isn't short. He's giant. So if anybody ever says that, he's going to laugh at him or be like, okay, thanks for letting me know. That is how somebody addresses a negative thought or a negative suggestion when they don't have the need to send it away because it doesn't connect to them. It's not part of who they are. Similarly, in meditation, when you're trying to push these thoughts away or in daily life, when your business, when you're growing your profession and you're trying to push these thoughts away that I'm not good enough, I can't do this, overwhelmed, all right, you're actually just reinforcing the fact that that is how you feel. So in meditation, when we're practicing this, you can turn it to, wow, that's an interesting thought. I'm really grateful that that tells me something about myself. Now, at first, you may just be pretending. Just like in the movie Yes Man, Jim Carrey started saying yes, but he didn't really mean yes.
Come on up, future yes man.
That's okay. I'm just auditing.
Every time an opportunity presents itself, no matter what it is, you will say yes.
Yes! 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 Yes!
But as things got better and better and he experienced increasingly fun and new experiences, he started saying yes because he wanted to. And for us, when we say, wow, that's interesting, I'm grateful for that thought for coming up, that may not be congruent with how we feel. But as we practice that position, we will get better at it and it will become the truth. And in fact, if you're somebody who's committed to really making the most out of your life, like Nick was committed to success and to overcoming these negative thoughts, then what these negative thoughts are actually showing you are something about your psyche that needs to be overcome. And the more you experience it in meditation, the more chances you have to withdraw the negative emotions from them, to draw the driving force behind these thoughts and to let them fall away. So in reality, these thoughts coming up are teaching you. When I was a meditation student in Thailand and I was being trained by a Buddhist monk, and there was a group of us students, there was a door in the meditation room that was a big wooden door painted green, and every student would tiptoe in. This was a completely silent area, far out of town, no sounds of traffic, just the sounds of jungle and occasionally monkeys that would come by and the rustling of leaves. And then this door would go as a student walked in and they tiptoe into their spot and then as it would close. And then 2, 3 minutes later, the door would make the sound again. All day, students coming in and out would make the sound. This one student that was near me came up to the teacher and said, Master Monk, this door is driving me crazy. I can't meditate if I keep hearing this sound. And the monk said, oh, yes, very good, very good. Now I have a new meditation for you. And the student says, oh, great, what is it? I can't wait to try something that's different. That I want you to sit directly next to the door all day, every day that we're meditating. I want you to be the closest one. And now this door will be your teacher. The moral of the story is really the things that we're trying to get away from in meditation that give us the greatest results. The fastest results come from confronting these issues head on, not fighting them, but greeting them and letting them pass away by taking away that mental energy, that negative emotion that comes up. As Nick sat there and the negative thoughts kept coming up, he started greeting them with gratitude, saying, thank you for this thought. Thank you for what you're teaching me. And I'm glad to let you go. And then the thought would come up again, and he would say, thank you, thought. Thank you for what you're teaching me. This is all internally. I'm glad to let you go. And over time, the frequency of thoughts slowed down less and less, once or twice a session, once a session. And then eventually, he almost never had any of these thoughts come up again. And if they did, they had no emotional weight. They weren't driving him. He could just say, oh, I used to think that way a lot, but it's not true. And I actually am achieving the success that I believed that I couldn't because I got rid of these thoughts. In most cases, what's keeping you from being successful, and this is really important, is your attitude attaining the success. There's so much abundance out there. There's so much room for improvement, for growth, for us to make a positive contribution to society. It's really these rooted mind patterns that originate from ancient times, that originate from the Depression, that have traveled through our family lines that are keeping us stuck. We're in a brand new world with the crazy technology and crazy opportunity that you just have to go out and take it. And so by meditating in this way, Nick and all of us are able to overcome these negative thoughts and really achieve the success that we're looking to attain. Subscribe.